Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 2 of this little mini event on the channel where I listen to these anime openings and or endings for this season of anime currently releasing. This time we have the opening and ending for Blue Archive, the anime. So I put up a poll about this one, wondering if I should wait for the full versions because they weren't out yet, or if I should just do one video with the short versions of both. That's the one that won. And here we are. I'm also going to say the obvious that just because I've heard music from this game many times before does not mean I'm going to pick up on any motifs. I might, but please don't go in expecting that and then being disappointed when it doesn't happen, because my brain does not work that way and I have a very short attention span and a very short memory. But with that said and out of the way, let's hear what both of these songs have, shall we? Let's go. I also know that the animation is supposed to be really good for these, but that's not the focus of this video, so don't expect me getting nerdy about the animation. I'm listening to music here. The beat. Oh, that's a fun drum part. I'm adoring this drum part, actually. There we go. There's the anime vibe. I mean, the whole thing had that vibe, but this chorus, 100%. Ooh, the bells? All right. You got some chimes in the back. This one is, honestly, a little bit more stereotypical than I expected, but I suppose I should expect that, shouldn't I? So like I said at the end there, this song is definitely more of that stereotypical high energy you would expect out of like that poppy slice of life opening that happens in a lot of series, and that obviously fits really well for the whole aesthetic of the game. Kind of funny to see it counterbalance against like the weaponry, so that's always kind of been how the music has been though. So this one had the usual stuff in the composition, the high energy synths, the strings, like the usual stuff that would be in this genre. I like that they had the chimes in there. I don't really hear those much anymore when it comes to this genre. That was something they did in kind of like the mid 2010s a lot for these intros, but not so much nowadays, so I actually think that's kind of a cool callback. But of course, as a drummer, I have my bias, and I love the drums in this genre specifically, and of course, this song as an extension of that. These drums always play to the accent points in these songs, so you get a lot of stuff like that hi-hat in there during the beginning part where it was opened and then closed immediately to like have that really, really punchy choke, and that whole kind of poppy trap drum sound that happens both before and after it. That's been around for a while as well, but it really just works in that lower energy bridge between those high energy moments, and it always leads up to that high energy chorus where it's just open hi-hat or crash and just wailing on it, just going full speed and just enjoying yourself with it. It's also pretty characteristic of this genre to have the triplet lead into that chorus, so that that they did with the vocals leading into that portion. I don't know why that is. It always sounds cool. That's probably why it is. I just always love that. I'm a sucker for triplets because, you know, drums, rhythm, I like little changes in that. So those little things like adding those accents on the drum kit during those points where the vocals are matching it, and also at other points giving the time for the vocals to slow down so you can then ramp back up immediately with all the energy. You go from 0 to 100 and you're just off to the races with the chorus. I've always enjoyed the themes in this genre and how they allow themselves that freedom to just play around with the rhythms a little bit. Obviously, for my bias, that's one of my favorite things. But with all that said, let's get on to the ending. Ooh. Okay, we got some energy building. I'm not sure how much, though. All right, straightforward. I wasn't sure if they were going to do a, like, slow and soft thing. Usually endings are more calm than openings, but I'm digging this. This is a really good vibe. Woo! Oh, this is a bop. Yeah. Woo. I like that double up on the snare. I'm biased. Oh, I love the sound of this one so much. I love that one. I'm gonna say it now. I like that one more than the opening. Now, that's obviously not to say that I dislike the opening by any means. I just really sit in this vibe a lot of the time. I like this sound overall. The guitars being clean, just a small distortion on them. The drum beat, really simple, is a very nice pocket to lay in. I enjoy hearing that just as much as I do the more complex stuff that changes stuff up all the time. This one feels more like an ending song. Obviously, it is. It has more of that calm energy to it, which they usually do, like I said. This is the type of song that is pretty much designed to give you that nostalgic feel, and it does so for me, just because I associate that synth sound with the 80s, and therefore I put myself into the mindset of being in a different generation and a different time. I also really love how wide the drums in this one are mixed. They're very wide. You can hear the toms go entirely from one ear to the other when you're hearing that fill in the middle, and when you hear the snare and the floor tom be played up for that build in the center as well, you can definitely hear the floor tom over here in this ear, and the snare is definitely more of like a general center, which makes sense for mixing. They usually put the snare in the center. So for both of these songs, they really do exactly what they're supposed to as anime intros and outros for a genre like this. They seem to both be sung by multiple characters in the show itself, which is pretty common as well. I love the energy in the opening. You have that high octane flavor to it, and this one is pretty much the exact opposite. A really chill, relaxed beat, but not so relaxed that it's like a ballad. It still has the energy to carry you in to the next episode, and I do like that as well. Sometimes hearing those really calming anime endings where everything like really slows down and it's basically just a piano is nice to have, but I like these two where they allow you enough freedom to decide if you want to get back into the energy or if you want to go to bed that night. I really do like this one. It finds that happy medium for me where I could pick either or and not feel like I made the wrong decision, you know, or like that I'm being forced to go to the next episode or being forced to go to bed. I like both of these songs a lot, and like I said, I do like this one a little bit more than the opening, but I think that's just because of the pure vibe for this one. I've got my biases. But anyway, I think that's about all I can say for these without retreading the same ground over and over again. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'm going to be doing these anime intro / outro videos all week and just kind of getting into different series and hearing what they have to offer. So if you're interested in that, you want to see that, by all means, you know how to follow me and support me and all that. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!